cut before I go into something.
I shared with you guys earlier, and put this up on YouTube. I'll try to get the image on it. Ukes Gaming constructed a demo version of an all-elite wrestling game to show to AEW management and hopes to get a game in process.
I'm all for it.
Which, that would be awesome. I'd love to get, hands on that one. One thing I don't like, and hopefully it's just because it is a demo so things can be changed, is the roster page they display. It's just all the guys.
Yeah, that will be changed.
Like, the elite women matter too. Which, Ukes, that name rings a bell in regards to video games.
That
You are the developer for the WWE game since I believe, since I think 2000 for the last 20 years basically.
Yeah.
So
How's WWE gonna like that?
I was gonna say, I thought it was Crush Hour. That rings a
it's
bell.
interesting because I believe
Crush Hour.
Oh, I love that game.
that was a good game. Come on, that was a lot of fun.
That was my childhood.
Ukes has been doing wrestling games since 1995.
95.
Shin Nippon Pro Wrestling Tokan Retsuden came out on the PlayStation.
Nice.
And so yeah, Ukes has been in charge since WWF SmackDown was the first WWEF game
Legendary.
to be under them.
Great game.
I did find that news interesting because I remember a couple weeks or months ago there was reports that Youth was actually working on a different WWE game. They were gonna they wanted to make a new wrestling game, but with the WWE license. But I mean, well, for right now, it seems like that's just all rumor about AEW. But I think it's definitely interesting that a WWE developer is actually competing within its own self.
However, Crush Hour is not listed as one of Ukes games.
Oh, I thought it was. No.
However, the greatness of games such as every WWE SmackDown versus Raw, and since Taken 2K has fallen under them, as including Shut Your Mouth, which you were mentioning the other day, Brett, as one of the best games.
Yes. That was I think that was the best one.
Day of Reckoning, which was on GameCube, and I think
GameCube!
the whole storyline was you were trying to get Stacy Keibler.
Yeah.
World title, Stacy Keibler. Which one am I gonna go for?
Those two games were awesome. Day of Reckoning 1 and 2, and WrestleMania 19. I don't know if you remember if you played that one.
WrestleMania 19. Oh, I vaguely
Revenge.
remember it. It was on GameCube too.
Wasn't it WrestleMania X8?
Yeah, WrestleMania 18.
Yeah.
Revenge mode on WrestleMania 19. That was a hell of a lot. Where you were you had to you were on top of a platform and you had to throw people onto the water and stuff. That was a hell of a lot of fun.
So there was 18, 19, and then they did the Day of Reckoning 1 and 2.
I don't know. I'm excited for that. But Kenny Omega, where he's so involved in the gaming streaming world, it doesn't shock me.
Ooh, this could be something, because isn't the whole Fighter Fest thing some type of gaming?
I forgot the company's name is involved as well.
The plot.
Well, are you expecting an announcement to be made at Fighter Fest about an AEW video game possibly?
Hey, it depends on how much management likes the demo that was presented to them.
Part of me wants to, but also part of me is still kind of they have a lot of other stuff. I know that it's gonna roll out as soon as the TV stuff is figured out, and it is, but it's not October. But for me, I don't know. I would love that. I'd be getting it, but I don't know. If it's not next year, it would definitely be the year after. I think I would not be shocked.
I just kind of wonder when you do if it's Youth that's going to be developing this game. It's how different is Youth really going to be making it compared to 2K?
AEW Universe mode.
Well,
All right.
I don't know. The video games reflect the reality.
So just picking up out of my curiosity, Crush Hour was Jack Pacific and THQ.
Okay, Jax.
Jack Pacific. I didn't know they made video games.
They were doing a few.
Crush Hour was great.
Oh, memory lane.
I just hope the game doesn't turn out like that crap TNA Impact game. That was not a good game. Acclaim was not a good developer for that one. I mean, the Ultimate X match was kind of fun, but it just got kind of repetitive. But like
every finisher went into a pinfall, including submissions.
Yeah.
And each guy had like 4 or 5 moves, I think, 5 different moves. Like Kevin Nash like doing like drop kicks and all that stuff. Like that makes no sense at all.
Yeah, no. That was my face is at all.
I think there's actually 8 matches announced for Fyter Fest. I didn't realize there was that many announced. Shit.
I didn't even know they had any matches announced. I know they had Moxley and Janela announced, but I didn't hear about much else.
I'm just really excited about everything AEW is doing. Like I said before, no other company is really interesting me that much. Everything has like, and it's okay to have a problem with a company. It's okay to have multiple problems with a company. You're not going to have a ton of stuff appealed to like, not everything a company does is going to 100% appeal to you. But right now, AEW, I'm very interested in what they're doing.
I just want to mention one of the matches on here. So I know it was into that before. It's the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers, and they've added Laredo Kid.
That's a good match.
That's going to be some crazy shit.
But also, as AEW does these things, it really just exposes more about the wrestling world, too, I think. Like, it's just kind of like, you look at somebody like Laredo, look where he's been and look how they've used him. And, like, every time Laredo was in a match, you were like, oh, damn, he's got talent. But, like, you never saw his full potential. So I'm excited for that match. Yeah, of course, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, the Lucha Brothers, like, what's not to be excited for? But I'm excited just as much for Laredo as the others, just to see, like, the other stuff he can do on a platform like this.
Yeah, I like the card, and I feel we'll touch on this more next week when we have Liv with us as we fully prepare for the event.
Yeah.
I just hope that they don't exhaust like the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks. Like it seems like they've been having like matches at least like every month so far.
Well, I feel like this has to be this is probably it for them because they announced Fight for the Fallen. It's Cody and Dustin versus the Young Bucks. So this is probably the last battle of Lucha versus Bucks for a while. But you know what else is announced for July 13th in Jacksonville at Fight?
Randy Rhodes versus Ali.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You were gonna go to Chicago in August. We can get tickets for this.
I know.
You just gotta fly to Florida.
Just.
Hey, bro, got everything else covered. Happy birthday. Get down here.
What if CM Punk would appear on this card?
I would ship.
Let's not get into that discussion again.
You just gotta fly down here. Caesar takes a bus. We'll all road trip up to Jacksonville. You wanna.
I do.
See?
But I mean, Allie, all right.
Hold up.
Double or Nothing. I was hyped when she got on commentary because I was like, all right, they're featuring her. Like, she's doing something. Because, like, she wasn't on the card, so I was a little bit... I understood it because, I mean, you have Will Ospreay's girlfriend. They're not... I know they're not married, but they're not engaged, are they? I don't know. Minor details. You have women like her on the roster that were not featured on Double or Nothing at all. You have a bunch of women on the roster that weren't yet featured. So I'm glad that they did do something with her because I think she's more, and this is unbiased, she's one of the more notable people on the roster because of what she did in Impact and because of how she was featured on Impact. Yeah, there was things in her Impact career that were like crappy, but she obviously got an extremely good push. And I mean, when they went to places like India, she got the biggest pop. So, or one of the biggest pops. So it's stuff like that. I was so glad that she got featured, and I'm just excited to see what she's gonna do now, because you can tell, even like her tweets and like stuff she puts on Instagram and all this different stuff, you can tell that like she's more motivated now than I think she was towards the end of Impact. So that's exciting to me, and I think she views this as a not only an opportunity, but like an honest platform to show what she can do as an athlete, not just a character. Her mic work has never been an issue, but I think a lot of times people are like, all right, we want more from you. Like, she's not given a proper opportunity in a lot of cases to show what she really can do in the ring. But when you watch the indies, you watch Shimmer, you watch Smash, you watch these different companies, it's very apparent. So she's gonna get in the ring, she's gonna get in there with Brandy, and she's gonna...
Riot!
Sorry.
That's exactly why you're gonna be here, so we can go see Allie do all that live.
I don't know where that came from. I mean, me, but... No, but really, honestly, I'm excited to see what she does in the company, because I think this is finally a chance where, like, Smash, everybody was talking about the Rosemary Alley stuff. And
So
a lot...
That really is good shit.
I would argue that Smash wasn't talked about heavily for a while, but when that rivalry took place between Rosemary and Cherry Bomb, that put Smash on, not on the map, but got people to discover Smash. And I think Allie, when she gets up against a lot of these competitors in AEW, I think people are going to start to realize that she can do a lot of things they didn't expect because of the platform.
So that's all the AEW news for this week.
Oh, I can keep going. No.
All about Allie, too.
Yeah, probably.
Cesar?
You guys have any other topics you want to discuss?
Well, I was going to say, anything else you have for AEW?
I don't, actually.
Let's see. Some words of wisdom: always read the fine print on contracts, and be careful of what you do on film.
Oh, God. We're not going to discuss this, right?
Not going to discuss that. I was just expressing words of wisdom to the audience.
Nah, for real though, like, yeah, that's pretty crappy that somebody got a hold of that and put it online. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, yeah, it's like one of those things where people's like, oh, it's so weird, like, why would somebody ever do that? But, like, who gives a damn? Like, whatever. But, like, I think it's even weirder that somebody got a hold of that, probably laughed at it a bunch, or either whatever, and then they were like, let's share it with the world and put it on the internet. I mean, it's just when people do stuff like that, or even when people take time out of their day to post negative stuff heavily and bash something. And I'm not talking about criticism, like having an opinion. When you bash something or try to hurt somebody intentionally, whatever you're doing in your own life can't be that great. You have to be a scumbag, because there's just no reason for it.
Exactly.
But I don't know. The other thing that I saw online that I was like, it was about the Revival turning down their next contract offer they got. So I think it's going to be interesting, because I think for a while now the Young Bucks and the Revival always tease like a feud, but obviously we never get anything out of this Twitter feud because, well, they can't wrestle. But I think that's finally going to change. I mean, once their contracts are up.
FTR.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for what the Revival's going to do outside of a WWE based product, because I think they have a lot more to offer than even we realize.
Could be. I mean, they were main event tag team stars in NXT.
Yep.
You know, where people get a better chance to shine. Thanks, Trips. Never thought I'd say that. Thank you.
I can't.
You can't thank Trips.
No, I can't, because I was one of those people that's like, oh, once Vince is out and Triple H gets the reins, it's gonna be all better. I don't necessarily buy into that. I mean, he's still married to Stephanie. Stephanie's gonna come out. She invented women's wrestling and stuff like that, where it's just kind of like all this dumb crap is gonna. I'm not optimistic. I can't be.
I think when Tripp and Steph are in charge, they know that it's not all about having the big bad boss that helps with ratings.
That doesn't. I think it will improve. I mean, but you're looking at Vince McMahon. I mean, you could put a toddler in there and it's gonna improve. But like Triple H, it's just kind of like, yeah, it will improve a little bit because he does have faith in certain talents. But I don't think it's gonna be this big booming thing that everybody's expecting. Like WWE is gonna be like back to the way it used to be and super hype, and it's actually gonna matter. The storylines are gonna make sense, and I don't buy it. Because you know what? Triple H can be as great as everybody wants to think he's going to be, but it comes down to the writers, too. And I know Vince is a problem with that because he approves everything and whatnot.
Well, Vince is the one that has the final say on the writers, so if someone writes a really good story that Vince doesn't like, he gets to say no.
Yeah, but I think Vince is a huge problem, don't get me wrong, but I just think Triple H is also the reason why multiple talents get signed and then they're sitting on the bench. That's not all Vince. You can't just keep signing women and then signing tag teams or signing this person.
But at the very least, it's like Triple H is utilizing these guys for his product, but it's like when they go to the main roster, that's not on Triple H. It's all on Vince.
Exactly.
But there's also a limited amount of spots. So, you keep signing. And I agree from a business perspective, holding them so other people can't get them. That's a business move. You can't hate them. You can't hate them for that. You can and you can't, because it does suck. But it's also they're doing business. They're aggressive business people. But at the same point, when you have people like Biff Busick, who is amazingly talented, and you know what I mean, and you can name multiple people like that. I mean, they just got Kushida. They're signing more talents that are just gonna come through. And when you get to Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, nobody cares about 205 Live. That's the reality of it right now. So, like, when you put talents there, their career goes to die until they get resurrected whenever they decide to do a shake-up, or when Vince decides to add another wild card or whatever the case may be. But, I don't know. I think Triple H is a step up, but he's definitely not.
It's the wild card version 2 rule.
I think putting it all on Vince is valid to a certain point, but only to a certain point.
That's a big point.
Like, Dean coming out in a gas mask and all that stuff, yes, that is pathetic. That is stupid. The unicycle idea, the pooper scooper, all that stuff, that's pathetic.
The vaccination.
But I fully believe that Triple H, he's one of those people, yes, he signs talent, he wants them to do well, where Vince, he's like, oh, well, let's just do whatever. Like, I don't even know. I'm not trying to figure out Vince. But Triple H, I think he's one of those, he's more business heavy than Vince is, I think, in the sense that Triple H is going to actively be in touch with wrestling. So he's going to go sign a bunch of people, and then it's like, okay, well then at what point, like, what are they doing?
NXT will be a full show that everyone will love. Raw will have a bunch of the older talent. SmackDown a bunch of the younger talent. They can mix it up nicely.
I don't have... Like, Count even just put in chat, at one point Triple H said to Ricochet, they have enough small guys. I mean, there's points like that. When they signed TMDK, yeah. There's points like that, though, that I think people sweep under the rug, and it's just like, oh, well, let's focus on Vince. Because Vince is such a problem. He's out of touch, he's racist, he's all these other things. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm thankful AEW is around, and I don't mean to keep, like, singing the praise about them, but all the other companies right now, it's just pathetic, honestly.
God, you love that t-shirt company so much.
Love them. Pissant. But, like, look, segue. Scarlett is now... I was going to bring up Impact, like, you know, because I think a lot of people, when when I'm in a discussion with somebody, people easily identify the fact that I've supported Impact for a long time and supported Impact in multiple ways. And every time there was a TV deal switch, and you guys too, but I'm saying from my perspective, like, every time there was a TV deal switch, I was like, whatever, you know, it's going to be fine. We're going to be all right. Or, oh, it sucks, but you know what? The talent, they're still there, and I'm supporting the talent. And now we're just at a point, though, where it's like, how many years can you do that before you go, I'm tired? Like, Scarlett was one of the better knockouts that they had character-wise. So you get invested in her character, and she's finally taking this character where she's supposed to be this sexy, just all about the looks, and now she's getting in the ring and she's showing people, you know, what she can do. She's not just a looks figure. She's not just like a Sunny, for instance, or Sable. Well, Sable was good, but I mean, to a certain extent, I think Sable was good, especially for her time period. Definitely.
Scarlett showed she was a Kelly.
Scarlett showed Kelly. That's preposterous, I think. Like, Scarlett, but again, difference of opinion. So you have your opinion, I respect it. But Scarlett, she was showing that main point. She was showing that she's not just all looks or this. That's what she's all about, or you know what I mean. She gets in the ring. She's fighting people like Disco. People are getting behind her, and you know, she's somebody that's literally toured with Stardom. That's not a joke. That's not something just some attractive woman that's trying to act like she's in the wrestling business goes and does. She went on tour with them, and that's like one of... Everybody knows that if you're a wrestling fan, how Japan is. But you go and you get excited for this talent, and right when you're at your peak excitement, and you're like, all right, what are they going to do next? How are they going to develop this person more? How are they going to push them to fit that next role? They're gone. Happens every time. And I laughed because they tweeted a thing about Kira changing her look. Kira looks amazing. Kira's looked amazing since the day you've signed her.
Blue hair Kira?
Yeah, but they were like, everybody was like, on Twitter was like, oh my god, Kira, look at this new look. Kira's looked great since you've signed her. You just haven't used her. But now all of a sudden, because she dyed her hair blue and put on a tropical dress, you're going to be like, oh, because now you're ready. Because now people are you're getting rid of Scarlett, and then I don't know. It's just irritating when they do stuff like that. It's just the same thing with Diamante. You know, she just you get excited for her and you want her to be there, and she's talented.
And she just had a match at NXT.
Yep. And you get excited for the talent, and then that's another thing. Like, you either get excited for the talent with Impact and then they're gone, or you want the talent to be showcased and they just never are, and then after months and months and months they're finally gone. It's one of those two scenarios.
And they may or may not show up elsewhere. Maybe Scarlett will be all elite by Fyter Fest in Jacksonville.
I did watch Kiera versus Jordan, and I loved it. But my problem is that, like, Impact, all of a sudden, they're promoting her super heavily. And, like, that was a great match, which I'm glad they're promoting her, but it's just silly to me that she's been there the whole time. And it's not like she's been signed and she's just been benched. She's been signed, and in little areas she's been placed. Or she's been in a match here. But you don't build her up to be, at least look like a credible in-ring talent, because she's doing this stupid thing, and she's getting squash match here and squash match there. It's like...
Kira or Jordan?
Kira.
Okay.
And it's like, it's the same case with Alicia.
The most important story she had was randomly being placed in the whole Rosemary Ali Sue Young thing.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Where her most important story they gave her was her being randomly tossed into the whole Rosemary Ali Sue Young angle.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. Impact, I love you, but...
But Impact, if you need some help with some writers that, want to actually help focus on stars and talent, we got you covered. You just got to reach out. We'll help you out.
I don't contact me. I mean, I know they're not, but the only thing I can do is say, oh, this talent looks good, but, I mean, you got to actually use talent. You can get them there all you want. How many campaigns have Impact? Impact fans are famous for their campaigns. Let's get Io Shirai in Impact. You know, that was
great again.
That was a huge thing.
Oh God.
All these different things to get talent and Impact. Like, then there was you can even look at TJP trying to just, all we want is TJP. You can look at, you know...
Hey, that ended up happening, right? It took 4 years, but it ended up happening.
And 2 management switches and 3 TV deals and...
I still call it a success. I'm not being right.
Then there was even the Shanna stuff. Everybody was excited for her. Had a great match with Gail Kim. An amazing match with Gail Kim.
Perfect athlete.
Didn't do anything. And I'm not saying, okay, every time somebody starts a campaign, sign them, but like when you actually have spots open and the talent performs well, why are you not constantly in contact with them, at least?
True enough. I miss Shanna.
Yeah.
I miss back when Shine Wrestling was good.
I miss when Impact was good.
We miss when wrestling was good.
Overall, yeah, honestly. Because now, yeah. I don't know if you saw the stuff about MLW that everybody's freaking out about, but now they're putting, their contracts are actually, like, garbage, is what the word is around. I don't know if you saw David Starr's tweets, but he goes into it quite a bit. And then multiple others have hopped on that train and just kind of further exposed them up and down.
And then we all saw Eva Lisa's tweets about the Lucha Underground contracts and how some of them could be held back for that.
Well, they already got that all situated. Like, I think her, Joey Ryan, Phantasma Jr., like, they all got cut from their contract.
But it took a long time, and they had to fight, reveal the nitty-gritty from behind the scenes and whatnot.
I don't know. I mean, I think with MLW, they need more exposure, because if they get more exposure, they'll get more money. And I think Impact is kind of in the same boat. But Impact, they keep talking about, oh, we got a better TV deal, or we're optimistic about a better TV deal in fall. Well, let's hope it happens, because, I mean, I love Impact, and I've always tried to be positive, even if I had no reason to be, but I'm at the point now where it's just like, show me. Don't tell me. I don't care what any of you say. Like Ed Nordholm, I don't care what you tweet. I don't care what Conan's saying on his podcast. I don't care what any of these people are saying. You've built yourself up a reputation. The company has built itself up a reputation where they just talk. And you get excited, and then you get let down, or you get excited for a few months, and then the talent's gone, so why care? But, positive note, I think there's a huge chance that Scarlett ends up, again, going to AEW, and that would be a perfect debut for All Out, because Chicago.
Or Fight for the Fallen in Jacksonville in July.
Starcast also tweeted Scarlett saying what she's doing around All Out time.
But this Fight for the Fallen.
I would like to see it, but like, how many talent do they already have that they haven't even like been able to?
But they can still make a special appearance. Little Fight for the Fallen smoke show. Little thing, little show.
I don't know.
I'm trying here.
I mean, I would like to see it, but it's one of those things where like they have, I think, I could be wrong on this, at least 3 women that like they haven't even put on there yet. Like Allie, I'm not even considering Allie because like she was at least on commentary. She was at least doing something. I'm talking about like have not even been featured.
So she got to do more than the librarian Leva Bates.
And even like keeping Sadie Gibbs out of it, at least she's getting hype videos. But there's literally like I think 3. I don't know. There's just nothing right now. Which I get it, you know, they've had one show so far, so I mean like. But I think I'm impressed with what they did and how they featured people. So good for them.
Give them time, Brett. Give them time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fully optimistic about AEW, but it's all the others that it's just like. Woohoo!
Any phone calls now?
Ed Nordholm?
Hey, look, they put on the show.
Is that you?
But they said we need to subtract.
Step 1, get rid of Desi Hit Squad.
They said we need to subtract something. I don't appreciate it. I don't know how Ed Normal got my number, but
At least we're still on the air. I mean, when we were talking about WWE, we got off the stream. We got offline.
we were shut down. The phone calls were disconnecting. It was crazy.
And what we were saying was just such good shit.
Such good shit. Oh, it's such good shit. All right. I honestly have nothing else until next week.
We can end up. Well, actually, I have one last topic we can get into. This NXT Breakout Tournament that's going to be starting next week. I don't know if you guys want to go through all of these people. I was just looking it up here. We have an individual named Boa, a 225-pound jiu-jitsu champion from Beijing, China. We have Bronson Reed, formerly known as Jonah Rock from South Australia. We have an individual here named Cameron Grimes, who was previously went by the name of Trevor Lee, a guy that we all, I believe at one point, wanted this troll to be killed, I believe.
Kill this troll. Kill the troll.
We have Isaiah Swerve Scott, formerly Shane Strickland. I think it's interesting that they're keeping the Swerve nickname on him. We have I don't know how it's pronounced. Joaquin Wild? How is it? Well, okay.
Wild.
Formerly known, of course, as DJZ. We have Jordan Miles, formerly known as ACH. We have this other individual, a name that I think is somewhat familiar to his character, Dexter Loomis, formerly known as Samuel Shaw. And we also have the last one here.
Bastard.
And the last one here, we have Angel Garza, formerly known as Garza Jr., a guy that I thought could have been a top guy on Impact, but eventually, an injury kind of derailed him, but found his way to NXT. And his pants, too. Any predictions of who you guys think might actually end up winning this thing?
Queen.
I honestly don't know.
I could see Shane Strickland winning this one.
Be a smart pick.
I'm gonna go DJ, just because.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. I don't know who's reported it anymore. I wish I saved it. I need to start doing that when I find something interesting. But this week I've just been about everything with wrestling, it seems, unfortunately. But it was, again, I feel so stupid even saying this because I don't know who reported it, but they had, a talk with the talent. Did you guys see that online? WWE did?
Nope.
They had a talk with the talent, and they
Stephanie McMahon?
Yes. And they framed it as basically the basis of, I don't know what exactly was said, but basically the moral of the story was just kind of like...
I think what you're trying to say is because I remember this because I read it and I just puked because it was just your basic Stephanie McMahon chief brand officer where it's everything here is great. All of you guys get a chance to be your own brand. You get to explore your brand and, I think that's what you're referencing to.
Yeah, and it was just kind of they basically, in addition to that, said, WWE is the peak of your career, and once you leave here, that's it, type of thing, unless you come back, or unless they want you back, or whatever happens, once you leave here, that's it. Which is hysterical, because it's honestly, it's just, I don't know, just...
It's honestly what they actually believe. They actually believe, their own hype about that.
And that, I guess that's also, well...
You have to believe your own hype. If you don't believe your hype, who will?
I agree with that.
It's just that to say, this is the only place you can be. And, you can't be successful anywhere. And it's
right.
Look how many people they've brought back because of the success they've had elsewhere. Drew Galloway. Like, he's had success in Impact, and, they brought him back, and now he's in the top spot. They let go of EC3 on NXT. He makes a big name of himself in Impact, and then he comes back, and it's like they don't do shit with him. It's just funny to me that they say that, but yet they're still paying attention to what other people are doing just to bring them back so that company can't have them.
Yeah, it's just, I agree that you do have to believe in your own hype, but you have to believe in your own hype, like you said, before anybody else will, but it has to be with a reason. Like, I don't know, this is probably a weird person to compare that to, but, like, look at Tessa Blanchard just a few years ago. You know what I mean? Like, she was good, but she really started to believe in herself, and she knew that she was going to work at it, and look at where she's at now. WWE, like, they don't have a leg to stand on. Where are they going to start? You can say NXT is great all you want, and that's cute, that's adorable, but, like, they don't stay there.
Nope.
That's supposed to be the launch pad, and when the launch pad is more entertaining, more enjoyable for the talent than the end, the landing, it's just like...
That's true. Fans enjoy it more. The wrestlers seem to enjoy it more. They have a little more creative. They get to do better matches. And it's supposed to be the development.
Yep,
it's their own brand.
And Ty Dillinger, in an interview, he even said before he left, he said it's a problem when you book a match and the fans already know the result from the entrances. And he said that is a problem because it's boring when you know who's going to win. But B, it's irritating because now you're giving everybody an opportunity to, like, tune out.
I go back to that. I like what you just said, the entrances can be a giveaway.
Yeah.
If you look back, what was it? New Year's Revolution in 2006 with the first, not the first Elimination Chamber, but the one John Cena went into where Edge cashed in later.
Yeah.
If you watch Cena's entrance there, he's not as energetic and whatnot as Cena is. He kind of walks out, his head's down, he's holding the belt.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that, I thought, oh, he's losing.
Yeah.
He retained the chamber. I was like, oh, okay, it was a misread. And then all of a sudden, Vince's music hit and Edge's music hit, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
it wasn't a read. Cena did the giveaway.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even just, you're miserable going through it. That was, his championship reign was coming to an end.
Yep. No, it's just, I don't know, wrestling's kind of in a sad state for me.
Then we're all getting old, and we all know this stuff. We all get this stuff.
It's not, but that's the thing, like, if it was that, like, if it was just one of those cases where, like, people say, oh, I moved on, or I outgrew it, like, then I'd be at peace with it, but it's not that at all. Like, I'm still full.
Outgrow it, though. That's the difference. We don't want to outgrow. We want to see it become something better, but...
No, but it's just one of those things that you're fully invested in. You want to plan vacations and do all these things, but if it's, right now, if it's not AEW, you're not going to get me to a show.
I can't even get you to an AEW show.
Well, I mean, I do have to travel, but...
Jacksonville.
But there's a chance for that. If you told me right now, hey, I mean, Impact does have a shot still, but if you're telling me anybody else, like, good luck.
I'm going to get on Twitter right now. I'm going to write to Allie. Say, Allie, I need help convincing Brett to come down to Jacksonville for Fight for the Fallen.
She's going to be like, don't.
Are you doubting me?
Kind of. No, I'm not.
Help me convince.
He's doing it right now, my God.
Fly. Attend.
What was that laugh? Where did that come from? Who? That sounded like me.
That was you.
Oh. I was like...
Fallen. For his birthday!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Alright, but... I don't know. I feel bad because, like, I love talking about wrestling and I enjoy doing this every week. But it's just...
Fight for the fallen for his birthday. There we go. Tweet said. Uh-oh.
Oh, look who just got a notification.
Oh, there it is. I see it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I wonder
Oh,
who it's
see it.
from.
Well, Ollie helped convince. Maybe she'll get us tickets. Anyway, I got nothing else, guys. Do either of you have anything else to discuss?
I got nothing. It's been a very uneventful week.
It really has.
I feel like we say that more every week lately. Like last week...
We had like almost a 2-hour conversation last week after talking nothing.
I know, but last week we were even like I brought up Stomping Ground because I heard the name, and Liv and I were like, we don't even know what that is. And then like...
and then you lost Caesar after Blood Money. That was pretty funny.
And then like the rest of it was just kind of like... And then the week before we even started to hint at like, oh, I got nothing else really. Last week, it's just... There's not... It's like, I don't know what the hell all these people are doing.
That wrestling world.
I don't know, but it definitely will pick up because I mean, like, every company's kind of like trying to work towards something right now. You know, especially fall time. You got 2 companies marching towards TV deals. You got WWE switching when? When are they switching? Fall as well?
October.
Fall, yeah. So fall. You got WWE switching. You got the other 2 trying to get TV deals. One definitely has one. The other one, they're hopeful. And then you never know what else can happen between now and then. I mean, WWE, they could have 4 talents leave. You have no idea. So that could change the landscape of things too. Not just for AEW. I think you'll see others in there as well.
Well, we'll see what happens as things go on.
Yep.
But
get well soon, Dana.
oh yeah, she got hurt.
Yep. That's
So
pretty
if we
much
got nothing else, Caesar, want to close this out?
Well, we hope everyone enjoyed this episode of Wrestling Reality Rundown as we ran down Stomping Ground into the ground.
I was like, ran that shit to the ground.
We stomped it into the ground. How about that? Oh God, let's just finish it. Thank you guys for watching. We greatly appreciate you for checking us out. If you have not done so, we would greatly appreciate you guys following the channel, join our community, and not just here on Twitch, but also on Twitter, on social media, at Wrestling, at WRR Network FL on Twitter, at WRR Network on Instagram, Wrestling Reality Rundown on Facebook, and hey, all 3 of us are on Twitter as well, at It's in the Invasion, at The Red Standard, at SKF Effect, where you can see that tweet that he just wrote to Allie, and also we have at LiveLive1122, who we want to give a shout out because last week she did provide some live reporting of the Northeast Wrestling show that John Moxley was wrestling on. So thank you, Liv, for that. Any other closing words, my friend?
Enjoy life, smile, and don't do stupid shit.
Exactly.
Or if you do, maybe don't do it on camera, depending on how stupid it is.
Oh my God.
Just remember, it's such good shit.